Thanks to everyone joining the African Portal Radio. It's going to be a lovely time. This Hawaii is happening right here, right now on the African Portal Radio TV International here in Victoria, South Africa. Thanks to everyone coming into this program this hour, that you are sharing this program. Thanks to those of you that believe in the vision and the dream of the African Portal. It'll be a lovely time. We're going to be having different people coming forward. Have one of the African, one of the great in the studio with me that will be having this conversation together. Today, I go straight to I'm from Cote d'Ivoire right now. We are right here in Abidjan, making it raw on the African Portal Radio. Remember, the African Portal, home for all, is where everyone have a say. It's going to be another lovely, beautiful time as well. We're having one of our very own, the Vice local of IKORODU local government, Chief Mrs. FOLASHADE Oba, will be with me in the studio that will be having the conversation as well on this hour. So if you are joining us, please share, like, comment, let it go viral. It's going to be a lovely, beautiful time in the studio. Thank you very much, everyone joining us. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the show. Please share. Let it go viral. Let's quickly step into the business of the day as we'll be having the conversation with one of our very own in the studio that we be having the conversation together about his career, what he have done for himself, the progress, ups and downs, the things that we need to know about him and his career. Great doing in his country, Cote d'Ivoire. We're going to be having conversation around that. Thanks to everyone joining us. He's a motivational speaker. He's also a very, very great African citizen. So we are going to put him on the spotlight on this program. To everyone, let me take time to greet on all over the world. In South Africa, where we had Dumela, Ashe, Moloi, in French-speaking country, Bonjour, in Central Africa, Abarisa, in northern part of Africa and the rest part of the world, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi babarakatuh, to the country where the English. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the African Portal Radio TV International. It's beautiful evening here in the studio with one of the African citizens in the studio with me that will be having this conversation. Please join, share, like. Let me today the brilliant, the African citizen that is going to join the conversation on the African Portal Radio TV International. So please welcome the one of the African citizen with me onto the podium in the African Portal Radio. Yo, how are you? And how are you doing today? Kindly take time to introduce yourself to my listeners.
I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here.
It is my great pleasure to have you in the studio as we'll be having the conversation. We'll be talking about a lot of things about the Africa as a continent, about the career that you are holding, about the what you are doing in your community. I've read a lot about you. I've heard a lot about you, the contribution you are contributing to the community, to the society. It's a great job, and the African Portal will put it upon ourselves to celebrate you, to appreciate you, and to say well done for the great job that you are doing in Africa. Well done for raising the banner. Well done for putting smile on the other people's face in your country, in Cote d'Ivoire. We welcome you. Before we call into the business of the day, I would like to let you greet everyone listening to us in Cote d'Ivoire in your own dialect, in your own local language. Let them know that the sun is on the African Portal Radio TV International.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, this is my local language. Yeah, this is my way from the center part of my country. And this time we say Banu na Amanu. This is the way we say hello. Yes.
Wow.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's a great pleasure having you. I'm so delighted and I'm so happy to have you on board. Good. Thank you very much, Kumo Africa. I see your hands there, Kumo Africa. Everyone joining us, your comment is the petrol that this show is going to use. So please call everyone around you to join this broadcast. I want many people to join this broadcast. If you are listening to us, if you are watching this program, please share, like, comment. I'm expecting a lot of comments. I'm expecting a lot of people to share. I'm expecting a lot of like on this program. Please comment, like, share. Let it go viral. Let's celebrate this great African citizen. Let's celebrate what he's doing in Africa, and let's celebrate what he has decided to be doing for the people of his country. Warm welcome to you from the African Portal Radio TV International. Welcome to the African Portal. Let me quickly take you through. Let me take you through this. Let me quickly allow you to introduce yourself to my listeners, who you are, where you are, and the position you hold in the society.
Very good. Yeah, hi everybody. This is Antoine Yao, aka Brown. I am from Cote d'Ivoire. This is located in West Africa, and I'm a motivational speaker, and I'm an EFL teacher. I'm a high school teacher in my country, and recently I've been living next to the capital city. This is precisely in Abbeville. Abbeville is roughly 50 to 1 hour, away from the capital city of my country, Abidjan.
Wow. You're living very close to the capital city, Abidjan. Absolutely. In Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah. In Cote d'Ivoire, in West Africa. I know you speak a lot of you speak a lot of French. Just let me allow you to also greet this French speaking country. Quickly say hello to everyone in French speaking country.
Good. Bonsoir, chers compatriotes. Bonsoir, chers concitoyens ivoiriens. Je suis Antoine Yao, enseignant d'anglais et motivateur. Aujourd'hui, je suis sur African Portal, directement de l'Afrique du Sud. Et je suis très ravi d'être ici aujourd'hui. Et c'est un honneur d'être sur African Portal. Merci de nous suivre d'où vous êtes. Merci infiniment. Thank you.
Merci, merci, merci,
Je vous en
merci
prie.
beaucoup,
Je vous en prie.
merci
Je
beaucoup,
vous en
merci
prie.
beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Okay, thank you everyone joining us. We really appreciate it. It's going to be a lovely time on this African Portal Radio. You're going to enjoy it. We're going to be dishing it out. It's going to be raw. It's going to be very exciting. Let's quickly go to the business of the day, as we have a lot of things to cover on this program this hour. I've read a lot about you, the many things you've been doing in your country. But let me quickly take you back to the line of history. Tell us where
Okay.
you're coming from. What is your childhood like? And what are you seeing as you are growing up? And what motivates you to be a motivational speaker and to be what you are now?
Thank you for asking the question. That's really wonderful. I am a citizen of Cote d'Ivoire, as I told you, and I was born in the center part of the country, precisely in Sinfra, and I was born again in Wafle, because my story is really inspiring. Why? Because I started school when I was turning 11. My dad was a cocoa planter. He passed away a few years ago, and he wanted me to be one of the cocoa planters in the farm, in the cocoa fields. And I, as a little boy, didn't know what he was saying, because as a child, we cherish what our parents say. I was happy in the first place with what my father said. But as time went on, I realized that I had to go to school. How? My brothers and sisters were going to school, and it was challenging for me, because I used to come home from the farm speaking about the farm, speaking about the experience I had on the farm, and my brothers and sisters, friends, will talk about the experience they had in school. And one day I came from the farm with my mom, and she asked me to go to give the machete to my brother, who was in school, in primary school. And I went there to give him the machete, and we used to be afraid of our teachers, or the teachers, because teachers used to beat people, students. It was difficult. So though I was not a pupil, a student, I was not in school, I was scared. Sorry. And I was in the back of the building looking for my brother. And when I saw my brother, I shouted his name. We used to call him Koo. And I said, Koo. And the teacher shouted, who is that? I came out trembling. And he said, who are you? I said, I'm Antoine Yao. He said, why are you here? I said, well, I'm here to give the machete to my brother. And he asked, do you go to school? I said, no, sir, I don't. He said, why don't you go to school? He said, I said, my father didn't send me to school. He said, but do you want to go to school? I said, of course, yes, sir. And he said, you are very smart, and your father should send you to school. You are brilliant. I said, thank you, sir. And he said, okay, this evening, I'll go to your father and tell him that you need to go to school. I said, okay, sir. And that evening, the man came He showed up. He said to my father, Mr. Yao, this boy is smart, is brilliant, and he needs to go to school. My father said, no, I've made up my mind. This one will take care of my farm and look after his brothers and sisters. The man said, no way. He has to go to school. He needs to go to school because I can see something in him. And that very night, when the man went back home, I went up. I came up to my dad and said, Father, I really want to go to school. He said, no way. It was challenging. It was difficult. Why? Because in Africa, we respect our parents. It is difficult to say no to your parent, to your father, or to your mother. It's not easy. And that night, I cried. I cried bitterly. I shed tears. And in the night, my mom came up and said, boy, stop crying. Everything will be okay. If your dad doesn't want to send you to school, I will. Please don't cry anymore. I said, okay, Mom. But I could not stand crying. I could not help crying. I was still crying because deep inside me, I wanted to go to school. I wanted my life to change. And I kept crying. The next day, I stood up, washed my face, and went to my dad again. I said, Father, I want to go to school. He shouted at me. He said, boy, I told you yesterday, you can't go to school. You are the one I chose to be in the farm, in the cocoa fields, to be on the farm. So I can't let you go to school. I said, okay, since you don't want me to go to school, I think I know the solution. It's because I go to the farm that you're happy and you don't want me to go to school. From now on, I'm not going to your farm anymore. He looked at me and knew I was serious about what I was saying. And I kept on saying, Dad, I want to go to school. My mom one day came and said, are you serious about this matter? I said, yes, Mom. I want to go to school. Because before I went to school, I used to sell vegetables. I used to carry vegetables over my head in the village called Gobazra. This is in the center of the country, next to Wafle. And when carrying the vegetables, I used to sell them by saying, Ngoyo Bea. This is in Malinke. In Malinke, and it means I have vegetables. I have aubergines. I'm selling them. And while doing that, I used to see my friends in school playing on the ground, and I was really excited about it. And I said, no, this need to change. Said to my mom, I'm serious about it. I'm really serious about it. She said, you got to go to school. I was turning 11 by the time, and I could not be sent to school with this age, 10 to 11. It was pretty impossible for me to be in school. So they had to cut my age. That's why I said I was born in Sinfra. Sinfra, this is a town, and then reborn. I was born again in Boisflay, or Bonon, I would say. These are the towns in my country. And when they cut my age, I was then allowed to be in school. I was then allowed to be in school. And this was like a dream come true. But things didn't stop there. Challenges, adversities, setbacks didn't stop there. When I started school, people used to label me the father. They used to label me the daddy, the big man, the big boy, because I was tall, I was big. And they used to laugh at me. Say, but this is a father. What is he doing here in this school? I used to cry. And when coming back home, I was top of my class. Though I was top of my class, I used to come back home with my report card in tears. It was challenging. But I said to myself, I'm not going to stop here. Nobody can stop me because I know what I want out of life. I need to share my story with the whole world. So I can't stop. I can't stop. And I kept on going. And the teachers used to say, but this boy is so smart. He can even skip a class, a level, and go up to the other level. And they did that. And I skipped some levels. And I went to the secondary school because my country is a French-speaking country. We only learn English in the secondary school. In junior high school, as American people say. So when I was in the first year in the secondary school, I said, people used to talk about English. They used to say English is a business language. English is an international language. And if you can speak English, you can go wherever you like, whatever you want. I said, I need to speak this language. Why? Because I wanted to share my story with the whole world. I said, I need to speak this language. And I used to go to the English speaking club in order to improve my English, in order to brush up my English. But it was not easy. It was challenging. The first year, I only went to the club once. Only once. Why? Because the level was too high for me. But when I went back home, I said, I'm not going back there until I can express myself in English. I won't get back there until I do research and know what people are talking about in English. And I went back with my bilingual dictionary. I started doing research about how to say things, about common expressions. And that was how things started, sparkled. And I started seeing things clearly about the English language. And the next year, I was the Secretary General of my English club. That was a success. That's a success story. I was happy about that. I said, yes, the story has started. And the next year, I was a chairperson of the English speaking club. So, wow. Wow. Things are clicking for me now. And I used to be top till I reached university. When I graduated from our school, I went to university, and there again, I was one of the leaders of the university of of the English major, because I was majoring in English. I was one of the leaders. I was the leader of the school, my major, and also leader of the English speaking club. We conducted so many activities. We used to help students who were not believing in themselves anymore. Some even wanted to quit. In the club, we had a section called Pep Talk. There we used to inspire people. We used to talk about things that they can overcome in order to become successful in life. Some friends were laughing at us because sometimes we used to even skip classes, some classes, in order to be at the English speaking club to help those who were present. And some friends used to laugh at us, say, oh, look at those guys. They no longer know why they are here at university. They are missing classes. But we knew what we wanted. And one day, that was in 2014, one of my staff members came up to me because he knew that I was always talking about inspiring, about overcoming difficulties. And he said, because my nickname is Brown, and before I met Mr. Brown, not physically, but virtually, my nickname was Brown before I met Mr. Brown. So he asked me this question. He said, Brown, do you know Les Brown? I said, no, I don't. He said, but your nickname is Brown and you don't know Les Brown. I said, no, I don't know him. And I asked, who is Les Brown? He said, Les Brown is a great motivational speaker worldwide. I said, wow, I need to see him. He said, oh, I've got some of his videos with me. So the next Saturday, I'll bring them to you. I said, wonderful. The next Saturday, it came with the videos. The videos were, it is possible. It's not over until you win. The power of giving. And, you know, when I started viewing these videos, I said, wow, that's what I've been looking for so long. Because when I was a little boy, I said I wanted to give advice to people. I wanted to help people reach their goals. And now I see clearly. Oh, so now I'm a motivational speaker. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And now I know what it is. What I'm doing now. I know I'm a motivational speaker because some students wanted to quit, but we helped them and they never quit. And now today some are teachers. Some are doing great in the community. Some are helping others. And we are happy about that. And from that day on, I started following Mr. Brown on Instagram, on YouTube. Wow, that was powerful.
Oh, great story. Sorry to just let me step in there. I intentionally
Okay.
leave you so that you can tell the story. You know, this is the African Portal. This is the global
Yeah.
voice where we tell the story of Africa the way it is. We don't
Yeah.
allow anyone to tell our story for ourselves, I mean, for us. In time
Right.
past, other people are the one telling our story for us. They will write whatever they want to
Yeah.
say about us. The media space
That's right.
only showcase what they want to showcase about Africa, but we decide that it's time to change the narrative. It's the
Yeah.
time for Africa to tell their story by themselves. It's the time to put African back where they belong. It's time to put Africa on the spotlight. And that is exactly what we are doing. And for those of you joining us, Andre Molson, thank you very much. Andre, please keep sharing it. I'm expecting a lot of comments. The show is not flowing because I'm not seeing comments. I need as many comments as possible, most especially from people from Cote d'Ivoire. I need more comments from you so that we can move fast on this program. The comments you are sending to us is actually the petrol that this show is going to use to move forward. So the more the comments you send, the more you see this show going smoothly, going exactly, go beautifully. So please send your comment through. I really appreciate those of you that are sending your comments already. I need as many people to join this broadcast. It's going to be a beautiful, lovely time. This is the African Portal Radio TV International here in Pretoria, South Africa. My name is Dare Olusa, coming to you live from Pretoria here in South Africa. Thank you very much for that beautiful story you shared there. That is just by the way. I intentionally
My
leave you to
pleasure.
tell the story for people to have an idea. Let me quickly now take you to the business of the day. Firstly, let's quickly look
Okay.
at the journey so far. You learn English, you get to the school at a very, 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 let's say, a young age. I mean, at the age of 11, starting primary school, a lot of people will be laughing at you because you will be like their uncle in the class.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
great, you make the decision and you focus on it. What actually been the challenge when you step out of university? You become a kind of a teacher at the secondary school. What are the challenge or what are the difficulties that you faced in the daily life after the university?
Good. After university, well, I started. I sat for the competitive examination to become a teacher, uh, a secondary school teacher, and today I've been teaching for 2 years now, and we have challenges because Cote d'Ivoire, as I said before, is a French-speaking country. It's not easy, and as an EFL teacher, you need to inspire, to motivate the students with songs, with things that can help them, that can push them to like the English language. And it, in the process of doing that, I've been selected and been appointed as the supervisor of the English speaking club of my school. But it's not easy because we lack materials, equipment, things that can help us improve. Because today everything is online and technology is a powerful tool today. And we don't have any equipment in the school. This is not easy, but I bought some speakers in order to help the kids learn songs and play these are the challenges that we have, not having good equipment, and sometimes today the kids are demotivated because of drug addiction. It has become a serious problem, and I am thinking about holding sessions, sorry, in order to talk to kids about the dangers of being drug addicts. And we have the club, the president, the chairperson of the English club, and his staff had we had a meeting last time before we went on holidays. We had a meeting, and we are going to have a play. We are going to have a sketch to hold a sketch about drug addiction, and we are working on that. And these are the challenges that I'm working on, and I believe that tomorrow will be bright. Today is difficult, but tomorrow will be bright because I'm not going to stop here. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. I love my country. I love my continent. I love the world. I've always said that I'm a citizen of the world, but God put me in this place in order to make a change in my environment before I reach the whole world. So this is the place where God put me, and I need to start here. And I've started already, and I'm doing the work. But I hope that
Wow.
thing will
Wow.
be
Well,
wonderful.
well done for the great job that you are doing so far, and well done for
You're
the
very
life that
welcome.
you have imparted. Well done for the great job as a
You're
motivational
welcome.
speaker and as a citizen of African continent. Let me quickly take it a bit further because we have a lot with you, and the time is running very fast, and we have so much to do on this program this hour. I hope you are still there. Are you there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I think the line is giving a kind of problem. Okay, we're still gonna continue with him. We're still gonna continue, but in the meantime, let's quickly step into the other aspect of this conversation. Let's quickly celebrate one of the great African leader. We have few African leaders celebrating their birthday today. That will be also showing some love to. We'll be celebrating them. The president of Ghana today is his birthday as well.
Wow.
We're going to celebrate him on this program as well. We have one of the leader also in the West Africa, in Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Wow.
Today is his birthday as well. We're going to
Wow.
celebrate him as well on this program.
Right.
But before we step into that, let's quickly look at the life entirely. Let's quickly look at the decision you make when you tell your father, you say something that Africa, and that is the culture, we don't disobey our parents. When the parents
Yeah.
say this is what they want, we dance to their tune and we listen to them. But you took it upon yourself, you go out of
Yeah.
your way, you tell to your father, no, father, I just want to go to school. I don't want to be an illiterate. I don't want to go, I don't want to be backward. I want to go to school. We have a lot of people facing the same challenge in the current Africa settings. What could we say is the problem? Let's look at the Africa curriculum. Let's look at our language. Let's look at the setback that is that is happening to our language as the foreign language is taking over from us. Our own originality is going down, and the other language in the world, like French and English, is taking over in Africa. Do you support this? What is your own view about the disappearing of the African language? Are you with me?
Oh, oh well, I lost the connection for a few
Okay.
minutes. I didn't get the last part of your question. I'm
The
sorry.
last part is that what is your own view about the disappearing of the African language, and what can we do to make sure that we don't lose African language? At the same time, we can still borrow all those languages and still keep our own. What can we do?
Well, thank you for this question. That's a great question. I can speak my mother tongue, and I'm proud. I'm proud to speak my mother tongue, and I transmit this language to my kids, and I think that's very important. I speak English today because I want to connect with the whole world, but because I know English is an international language,
It's a
but
medium of
I never
communication.
neglect my exactly a means of communication. But our languages are very important. They are so important that we can and we should not let them down. We
Hmm.
must not let them down. They are
Hmm.
as important as other languages.
Hmm.
And for me, in order to promote our languages, today, my language, my mother tongue, is written. Even the Bible, we have the Bible in Baule. It's written. We can read it. We can write it. So what I would suggest is the promotion of our African languages by doing what? By inserting them in the curriculum.
Hmm.
So our kids won't lose this
Hmm.
wealth,
Okay, yo,
this
let me just,
richness.
Brown, let me quickly let you pause there. Let's quickly take this call. We
Okay,
have a call coming in. Let's
okay,
quickly take call. Let's hear what is going
okay,
on
right,
the other side.
okay,
Just pause. We continue from where you are now. Okay, thank you very much
no
for joining
problem.
us all over the world. Those of you listening to us, this is the African Portal Radio coming to you live on the African Portal Radio TV here in Victoria. Hello, how are you, sir?
I'm cool. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, the whole world. Good evening, our listeners.
Thank you very much. Please, your name and where you calling from, sir. Your name, sir.
Oh, my name is Zaichi Bakin Willem.
Hmm. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. Uh, 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 okay, thank you very much. You're calling from Lagos in Nigeria. We having one of our very own all the way from Cote d'Ivoire in the studio with me that we are having conversation on the African language, on his career, his achievements, and a lot of things that he have done for himself. He managed to start going to school at the age of 11. If you are with us on the program. So I have him on the studio that is telling a story about what is happening. But I don't want you to go there. I just want us to celebrate the leaders that they are doing their birthday today. Today is Ghana's president's birthday. Today is his birthday, and as well today is one of the African leader, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Today is also before we continue on this program. Let me leave the floor for you to with these great leaders doing the.
I want to appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to be part of those who celebrate our world and African leaders and Nigerian leaders. Let me start from the president of Ghana. He has done wonderfully well. We have seen where Ghana is today and yet today, and we are seeing where Ghana is going. Competition to look at Ghana.
Your network is breaking. Your network is breaking. We are unable to. Your network is breaking. Sorry, we having a challenge with your network there. If we get a better network, we will definitely connect back to you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. You can continue with your with what you are saying. We just want to take one or two
Okay,
calls, but
yes.
the network there is not brilliant. So you can continue.
No problem. Yeah, I was saying that we need to insert our local languages in the curriculum. So all the African kids learn the African languages, which are, as I said, as important as the international languages.
Hello.
So
Okay,
language is
let's
power.
quickly check. Sorry about this. Let's quickly check. I think he came back now. Hello, sir.
Yeah, I want to celebrate the African leaders. I want to say Ghana has done fantastically well. In those days, we have Asubata, we have a lot of them that are doing cook and house help. Now Ghana is stabilized, Ghana is independent, and I want our Nigerian leaders to look at that from one angle. And I want to equally celebrate Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has primarily produced Nigerian leaders. If you want to look at his antecedents, he has been a leader, and right from the beginning, if you want to look at it from late Chief MK Abiola's era, Abiola has acquired a lot from him, and he has attained so many leadership positions in Nigeria. He has positioned Nigeria, he has contributed to Nigerian economy in a very large scale, and he's still doing it right now. I want to, because of that, join the rest of the world to celebrate these two African vibrant leaders. We want to wish them, or I want to wish them happy, glorious birthday. We want to wish them more wisdom and knowledge and understanding. We want to wish them long life and prosperity. We are proud of Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, not because he's a Yoruba person, because he has contributed immensely to Nigerian economy, Nigerian politics, and Yorubaris. I want to say a big thank you to him. More grace to his elbow. We look forward to more of his leadership antecedents, and we want to congratulate him. On behalf of my platform, is Yoruba Creative Global Legend Award, we want to congratulate him as one of the Yoruba leaders who has contributed immensely to Yoruba race and the Nigerian as a whole. I say kudos to him, congratulate him, we celebrate him, and we celebrate with the family, all Yoruba leaders and all Nigerian leaders globally. We want to say we are him, we celebrate him, and we thank you. More grace to his and every other person that are having their birthdays today as well.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for coming in to actually celebrate the African leaders that are doing their birthday today. So we celebrate them and we wish them long life and prosperity. To the Ghana president, happy birthday to you, sir. To Bola Ahmed Tinubu as well, we celebrate this special day with you and we wish you long life and prosperity. This is Double Chief Akin Williams, is one of the leaders as well in Nigeria, in Yoruba land. Is the CEO of Yoruba Creative Legend Award. So thank you very much, Double Chief Akin Williams. Keep watching it. We are live now. Before I let you go, do you have one question for my guest in the studio? He's a motivational speaker from Cote d'Ivoire and he's doing very well. He's an English lecturer as well. And we are talking about the disappearance of the African local language. That is what we are having conversation on. Do you have any question for him?
Yeah, I have a one fundamental question for him as a lecturer, as a motivational speaker. The question I have for him is that, what is wrong with our African leaders? Let us compare the European leaders, Western leaders to African leaders. What is the real problem we are having with our leaders? Political leaders, business leaders, and what have you. We have a lot of way to go, but we are lacking behind. What is the problem, sir?
That is a question coming to you in the studio from Double Chief Akin Williams, my guest. What is the problem with our leader? We have two leaders celebrating their birthday today, and there are two key leaders in Africa. We have Ghana president celebrating his birthday today, Nana Akufo, and we have Bola Ahmed Tinubu celebrating his birthday today as well. So the question is, what is wrong with our leader? The Western world, as I said, and the other part of the world, I don't want to mention any part of the world. What exactly is the problem with the leaders in Africa? Your point on that.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That was a great question. And before I answer the question, I'll say happy birthday to the Ghanaian president and to the Nigerian leader. Well, to answer the question, I would say that our leaders do not copy what is to be copied. Why? Because those leaders European leaders, American leaders, and Asian leaders that we are envying today that we want to copy, sometimes we don't really study the background, and we don't copy the good part of the business. What do I mean by the good part or right part of the business? The way they lead. We most of the time see and talk about African countries as corrupt countries. We are really corrupted. Why? Because we don't look into the problem seriously, and we don't take charge to punish the people we have to punish in order to frighten them, refrain them from doing the wrongdoing. But on the contrary, we encourage. Most of the time we see, sometimes we fear, we are afraid to talk about it. Why? Because we say, well, if you talk about this, we'll be jailed. You'll be put in prison. Because they have power. Having power, from my point of view, having power doesn't imply that you need to use the bad side of it and do the work for your own good, but you need to do the work for the whole community. You need to do the work for the generation to come. You need to do the work for all the African kids. But if you think about your pocket only, you cannot make this African continent a better place to live in. We need to look at the continent or the country as a better place. As a place where each kid can have the opportunity to be called citizen, to have the equal opportunities. A child who was born, like me, born in a village, having the opportunity to lead tomorrow, to do my part. The reason why I was born, give my gift to the world, not just thinking about my pockets, but most of our leaders think about the pockets.
So I think we having a challenge with there, but we very great conversation there talking about the leadership in Africa and the challenges facing the leadership, the leaders in the people in Africa and the rest of parts of the world. Comparison, looking at the situation of the country, the other part of the world and the Africa. Why are we having problems? Leaders? Why some of the leaders that we are following cannot do the right thing at the right time? Some people celebrate the wrongdoing instead of us correcting the wrongdoing. We actually celebrate the wrongdoing. So currently, is having a challenge with his network. If we manage to get him back on the track, we'll definitely continue with the conversation. But in the meantime, let's quickly open the line. For those of you that would like to call me on +277033584 is the number to call. Kindly call us now. Let's have the conversation. Let's do it together. Call me on +277033584. The line is open right now. You can join the conversation. Let's do it together. Call +277033584. That is the number to call. We are expecting Chief Mrs. FOLASHADE to join the conversation. We have not able to get in touch with her. When we get her on board, when we get in touch with her, we'll definitely put her on the spot. But we are still waiting for her to connect with us in the studio. We speak before the show started, but we couldn't in touch with. We'll continue. We're still looking forward to have my guest back in the studio that we can continue. He says something valuable about the language, about his modern tongue, and about the leadership. Those are the very key things. He's actually a motivational speaker and study from the great Les Brown. One of the people, they know what they are doing and their life kind of added to other people around them. And that is why we are putting him on the spotlight on the African portal. He already shared his story, just needs to engage him and having some conversation with him. So just kindly share, like, comment, let it go viral. It's going to be a lovely conversation on the African Portal Radio TV. As we are still waiting to establish contact with my guest in the studio, please, if you are joining us, don't step out, keep sharing it. Almost after 10 here in Victoria, South Africa. So I'm waiting for my guest to join us. If we manage to establish a connection with him, definitely we'll continue. If not, we will call it a day from here, as we already cover some of the important aspects of this broadcast for tonight. So if we manage to connect with him, definitely we will. But if we don't, we will call it a day there. Thank you very much, everyone. Before that, let go and hear from our supporters. Let's hear few adverts before we call it. Let's quickly go to the markets department. Let's hear one or two adverts on the African Portal Radio TV International. To those of you joining us, thank you very much for being part of this show. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Let's hear this before we step out of this program. Let's go to the marketing department. Let's hear what they have for us there before we continue.
What Job Security Limited? Money 193 Watchdog Security Limited. Ẹnìkan pè yín o.
014542472 plus 2348075392811 08126282651 plus 2348075392814.
Ètò ìdáàbòbò ojúṣe wa ni àmọ́ iṣẹ́ tiwa ni.
Thank you very much. That is an advert coming the Watchdog for those of you that are opening a security company that we can guarantee is Watchdog is in Lagos Anywhere you are in Nigeria, Watchdog is the security company we can recommend to you. So please kindly call. The number is already out. Please call them and let's do it together. We are still on the African Portal Radio. You know what is happening with your own network. We are still here. Please connect back. Let's continue with the conversation. We are waiting for you on the platform. Please connect. Let's continue with the conversation. Thank you very much, everyone, joining us. Really appreciate it. It's a lovely, beautiful evening here in Victoria, South Africa. If you are joining us, please love, share, comment. Let it go viral. This is an ad from the Watchdog. Let's hear from Labos. Labos is the only company we can recommend to you when it comes to sending things across the globe. Call Labos anywhere you are under the sun. Labos is the right place and is the right company to send your things around the globe. So call Labos today. You will never regret it. Kindly call Labos is a company that you can recommend.
Sọ̀yà iléeṣẹ́ kan ṣoṣo tó léwájú àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ wọ́n wà ní Seaside Capitalist Tower room 518 tó wọ́n tó rọ́gbà ṣùgbọ́n West Pretoria South Africa ẹ lè pè wọ́n sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí +278 425 4494 tàbí 0735 80333 Labo Freight Services Solution aṣíwájú láàrin àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ best among others. Powered by the African Portal Radio TV.
Powered by the African Portal Radio TV. Those are the two companies that we can recommend to you when it comes to sending things across the globe. Call them. Labos is the only company for your security. Best call is Watchdog. It's happening right here. I'm expecting my guest to join us back in the studio, as we don't know what exactly happened to his network, but everything seems to very okay on this side. Know what exactly the problem is on his side. So thank you very much. I think he's connecting back to us in the studio. That have to do with works problem from his side, but he's connecting back to us. Please share, like, comment, let it go viral. It's going to be another exciting time in the studio. We already spent about over 1 hour 30 minutes. The show will be going to the end in the next 10 minutes. So let's quickly have few conversation with my guest in the studio before we call it a day on this program for this hour. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's waiting to establish a conversation with her with him on the African Portal Radio TV International. It's a lovely, beautiful hour here in Victoria, South Africa. What are we talking about? He's shared his story. He's talking about getting to school at the age of 11. He tell his parent, no, you have to go to school. You also, why do you say you don't want to go to school? Education is the best thing, but let us keep something in mind in Africa. We need other language and we need our language. Don't let anything take our language away from us. No matter how you lost your language, that is very important. And that is one of the greatest things that we can do to make sure that we sustain African language. So thank you very much, everyone. Let's quickly see if we manage to establish the connection with my guest in the studio. Let's see if we can continue with the conversation with him. But if not, we will actually call it a day. Thank you very much for your network breakdown there. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you now. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had a problem with my connection.
Sent.
Um,
Okay.
I'm
Can you
sorry
hear
for that.
me?
Yes, I can.
We are unable your voice. We are unable to. We
Can't you hear me?
can see you, but we can't hear you. So we don't know
Okay.
what exactly is going on from your side. So if you
Uh,
can hear me, just let me know so that we will know how to assist.
okay, I can hear you. I can hear you very well. Hello? I can hear you. I can hear you. Hello? Hello? I can hear you.
Okay, I think we managed to restore your voice back. Okay, thank you for joining us,
Hello?
sharing it. We expect a lot of people to join this conversation. Please share, like, comment. Yes, we can hear you now. We can hear you now. We managed to get your voice back. We managed to get your voice back. Okay, let's continue with the conversation. Can you hear me? The network is very bad where you are.
I can hear you, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's quickly take it a bit further. Let's quickly look at the few things before we call it a day. You're talking about the language, the importance. You already conclude on that.
Okay.
Let's quickly look at the career. You are a motivational speaker and you are doing what you solve. Somebody just sent me a
Yeah.
message having a challenge,
Thank you.
with his education
Okay.
career, and he want to give up. He want to give up on his educational career. He doesn't want to continue anymore. How can you motivate such person not to quit and not to get out of his education career? How can you help the person as a motivational speaker?
Okay, great. Yeah, to help this person, I'll say that education is key. I would not be where I am today if I didn't go to school. So, in order to be the person you want to become, you need to go to school. You need to reach the level that you set to get or to reach. If you don't do that, you cannot do what you're called to do. I would never be able to speak to you today if I didn't go to school. It was challenging, but I made it happen. Challenges are part of the journey. Adversities are part of the journey. Setbacks are part of the journey. But if you want to use this as an excuse, you will never reach your goal. You will never get to where you want to get. It is important to know that challenges are part of the journey. Adversities, problems, people will laugh at you. People will say you can't do it. But if you listen to those no sayers, you will be stuck. You'll stay where you are. But where you are is not your place. You need to move on. You need to get up. Even if you don't have the money, you need to go and seek for it. Ask and it shall be given to you. I didn't have any father because my father passed away when I was in secondary school. But my mom is a housewife. She couldn't afford to buy me all things I wanted. But I didn't stop there. I used to tutor. I used to go to different homes and teach kids in order to get something. If I wanted to look at my circumstances, I wouldn't have been where I am today. If I was just looking at my problems, I wouldn't be where I am today. Today, I'm a teacher. I'm a high school teacher and a motivational speaker. If I didn't accept to go to school to pursue my studies, despite the circumstances, despite the problems, despite the setbacks, I would never be to where I am today. So please, never stop. Never stop. You should not stop today. You should not stop tomorrow. You should not stop. You should go to school. Keep on. Despite the problems, you encounter problems. Let me tell you, you have to know that it's not easy. Things don't come overnight. No, it's not possible. You need to know that. Seek, and it shall be given. Knock, and it shall be open. Seek, and it shall be given to you. This is where I want to stop and say that it is possible. You can reach your goals. It is possible. You can get to where you want to get. It is possible. You can be the person you are called to be in this life, because you were born not to stay where you are, but you are born for a purpose. You are born for a specific purpose, and you are gifted with something that I don't have. You are gifted with something that Mr. Olusun does not have. You only have it, and you need to share it with the world. Never stop.
Never stop. What a beautiful message there. You can hear to yourself. If you are listening to me, you are about to step out, you want to give up. Never stop. Don't give up on yourself. There's still a lot ahead of you. You just focus on it. Education is the best way for you to get to where you are going to. Without it, there is no way you can get to where you are going to. Having said that as well, as you are learning, as you are going for education, also go for a kind of handwork. Learn artwork. Education is good. At the same time, learn something. Do something that you can do with your hand at the same time. Even if you don't have enough fund to fund yourself, work. You can hear what he say. His mother cannot provide everything, but he try. He go house to house to be a tutor before he can achieve his goal. You also, there's something unique about you inside you that you can use to achieve your vision, not in a crooked way, but in a right and in a good way. So thank you very much for that great interview, for that great contribution there, for that great advice. Let's quickly take it further. Where are you deriving the zeal and the energy that you are using to make sure that you are approaching people, helping people, supporting people? Where do you get the energy?
Well, I didn't get the last question.
Okay, where do you derive? Where do you get the energy? What is keeping you going? What is keeping you going?
Good question. Good question. It is the dream. It is the dream that keeps me going. I have a big dream of helping the whole world, sharing my story in order to help somebody who is sleeping to wake up when the person listens to me. Being in Cote d'Ivoire, as I said, is God's will. He put me here, but inside me, he put something powerful, the fire the dream. And for me, success is discovering the dream, the reason why you are born, and share it with the world. And I discovered mine and I'm sharing. So this is inside out. You need to go deep inside and look for the reason why you're here. And this is what I discovered. And as soon as I discovered that, the things sparked. And this is the fire. This is the motivation. This is what keeps me going. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. So this person should know the reason why he was born. So when you know it, nothing can stop you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. We'll be doing this very, very fast now so that we can cover up one or two things. We need to discover yourself. What is pushing you is actually the dream and the vision. Okay, let's look at the vision that you have, that you want to speak to the whole world. What do you think that you need to get there to achieve your vision and your dream, for you to address the whole world? What do you need?
Wow. Wow. I missed the connection.
I said, what do you
could
need?
You please repeat the question?
Yes. Okay, what do you need to achieve that vision? You want to address the whole world. You have it in your mind that you're going to be the voice that is going to be hearing throughout the whole world. What are the tools? What do you need to achieve that vision or that dream?
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Wilson. Yeah, what I need is to be known, and that's what you're doing today. And I just want to thank you. I want the world to know that there's somebody somewhere in Africa, in West Africa, that can make things happen for them. A person who is somewhere in West Africa who can change their life by just saying something, saying a word, 2 words, 3 words, phrases. They can inspire them and take them from where they are to where they want to be. And I needed a stage, and I need a stage. And this stage is the African Portal. And I need to go farther and even further in time. So I need to be known worldwide. And I said to myself that I am a motivational speaker worldwide. I don't want to be a person just for Cote d'Ivoire or a person for Africa only, but I want to be for the whole world. I need stages where I can speak. I need platforms where I can share my story. That's what I really need.
I like that. I like that, and I really appreciate that. Sorry that I will be cutting you short because of the time. Our time is fast spending. We already spent over 1 hour on this program. Okay. Let's quickly talk a bit. Let's quickly talk a bit about the what you just said. Now you want to be voiced. You need a platform, stuff like that. Let's quickly put you on the kind of hot seat. If you wake up tomorrow morning and you find out that you are the only person remain on earth, what are you going to do?
Oh, I did not get a question. Oh, sorry.
Okay. If you wake up tomorrow morning, yes, I see. If you wake up tomorrow morning and you realize that you are the only person remain on earth, what will you do? What will be your first action?
If I wake up in the morning and I realize I didn't get the last
You
part.
wake up tomorrow morning and you wake up tomorrow morning and you realize that you
Sorry.
are the only person remain on earth. What will you do? What will be your first action?
On earth?
Yes. You wake up tomorrow morning and you find out that you are
If I
the
wake
only
up
person remaining
in
on
the
earth.
morning,
Let's say you wake up tomorrow morning and you find out that you are the only person remain on
uh-huh.
earth. What will your action be? What will be your first action? What will you do?
Oh, I wake up in the morning and realize I'm the only one in this earth.
Remain on earth. Hmm. What will you do? What will be
Wow,
your first action?
this is powerful. The first action, I believe in God. I believe in God, and I know that in the Bible it said that uh, in the end people will be going to heaven. He'll pick some people. I'll say, wow, that's the moment, because I can't imagine that people would go just suddenly. It's pretty amazing. It's surprising. I would just get to my knee and talk to God and talk to my
Hmm.
Creator, the one who brought
Hmm.
me here, because I
Hmm.
know He can guide me. He can tell me why I am the only one remaining on the earth and what He
Hmm.
wants me to do next.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes,
Hmm. I like the response. I
that's
like your
what I would
response
do.
on I like your response on that. But do you know that there's a
Thank
lot of
you.
people on head? There's a lot of people on head today feeling in their head, feeling in their mind that they are the only person on head. Things that they are going through, they start asking questions, why me? Why me? Why me? They are feeling that it's only them that this is happening to on head. What is your advice to them?
Wow, very good question. Yeah, my advice to the people who think that they are the only ones on earth is
Hmm.
they need, let me address them this way. You need to know that you are not the only one on this earth. Today, you've heard my story, and without having a father and being with a housewife, not having the means, it seems pretty impossible for me to talk to you today. And the challenges that you're going through today are things to strengthen you. And these challenges that you're going through today will be your testimonies tomorrow. If you don't go through any challenge, you can't have any testimony. If you don't have any adversities today, how can you give advice to another person who is going through the same problem? And let me ask you this question: who would you suggest? Who do you want to be in the problem where you are, because you think you are the only one? Who would you suggest? Everybody goes through challenges. Even presidents, they go through challenges. They have their problems that they try and solve on a daily basis. Everybody's got a problem. You are not the only one on this earth. No, you should know that first. And then get back and ask, How can I overcome this problem? That's the question you should ask yourself. How can I overcome this problem? And when you keep asking the question in order to solve the problem, you end up solving the problem. But if you stay there crying, say, I'm the only one having this, get over it, you will stay where you are. You'll be stuck forever. You need to change this. You're the only one on this earth. You're not alone. There are some people who have even more problems than you are. But go through life overcoming the difficulties. You can do that too. You're not the only one here. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. The network on your side will not permit us to cover some of the things, but I believe when next I call you back to come back, I hope you'll be happy to be on the African Portal. If I invite you back again, I hope you. Great. Okay, a great word, a great advice, a word for the world. A word from you to the world.
Wow. A word for me
to the world. A word from you to the world.
A word to the world.
Yes.
If I get right.
Yes, correct.
Okay, I would say to anybody listening, anybody watching, that your dream is possible, as Les Brown said it. You were born with a specific gift that you have, something that you have that I don't have, something that you have that your mother doesn't have, something that you have that your father, your brother, your sister don't have. And you need to share this with the world. If you are called to become an engineer, let this thrive and bless the world with these gifts. If you have something, a dream that you want to accomplish, don't let it die within yourself. And when Dyer once said, don't die with your music still in you. You need to play the music. You need to play what is within you, the fire, the dream that you have inside you. Give it to the world. Bless the world with to pass over, to cross over, being happy that you did something, that you did what you were called for. And thank you for watching. Thank you for being here on African Portal. Thank you, Mr. Olson, for this opportunity. God bless you.
Thank you for the pleasure of your time. I really appreciate it. This will be the end to this broadcast for today. We are apologizing for the breakdown in the network. We really appreciate those of you that join, and thanks to everyone that put this together to make sure that we have you on board. Keep smiling, keep shining, keep doing it, keep sharing the African Portal, keep watching the African Portal. We definitely bring you back again, that we'll be having the continuation of this conversation. To everyone, is a goodbye from here. Thank you very much. My own name is Joshua Oludare Oluson. Sorry, before we go, where do you see yourself in the next coming 10 years? And kindly give people your name. Tell them where you see yourself, tell them your name, and say goodbye to everyone.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. My name is Antoine Yao, aka Brown. In 10 years' time, I will be traveling around the world, sharing my story, helping people believe in themselves, and helping people move from where they are to where they want to be. Thank you so much. This is Antoine
Thank
Yao,
you very much,
aka Brown.
everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. God bless you all.
God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. God bless you. It's already late here in South Africa. Kindly keep watching the African Portal. Keep sharing it. God bless you. Have a beautiful day and God bless you. To everyone, it's a goodbye from here. Love you all. Please keep watching the African Portal. It's home for all. God bless you. Very good. Let's enjoy this song as we are stepping out of this broadcast. See
Good.
you again
Thank you.
tomorrow. Join us tomorrow. One of the great African musicians is going to be on the African Portal tomorrow. Shewele Jesu will be on the African Portal. Karakata also is morning time tomorrow with Yafion Jayomi. Join us tomorrow. It's going to be another lovely time. Please keep sharing, keep loving it, keep doing it. Regards to everyone in Cote d'Ivoire. Thank you very much for joining us. God bless you
Thank
and
you.
enjoy the
Thank
rest
you.
of your
Thank
day.
you.
How do you
Thank
say
you.
thank
God
you?
bless you too.
How do you say
Great.
thank you in French? Thank you in French?
In French, merci, merci beaucoup. Merci
Merci
infiniment.
beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. God bless you.